Hey, it's Lego Jang here with a review of another city set. This is set number 7633. This was released in 2009. It was called the Construction Site. That's just what it's called, Construction Site. Had 898 pieces to it. This was a collaborative build between myself and my girlfriend. Did it off camera because 898 pieces, and that's a complex build involving quite a number of different things, so it just would not have been efficient to get all that on camera. So what have we here? This is a set that, well, is one of those ones that I happened to notice on eBay when I was just browsing around random stuff, and I saw it and said, I've got to get one of those. I didn't buy it immediately. I just put a little saved search on it and got one that was pretty cheap. So here we go. First off, minifigures. You get five minifigures with this set, so that's a good deal. They consist of 3 guys that have the exact same torso and legs. One guy who has the same torso again, but different legs, and then one guy who's different top and bottom. And each one has a different head that he comes with. But in general, they're all just construction workers. The all blue guy was intended to be, I think, the truck driver. The guy with the walkie-talkie and the glasses, I think, is a foreman, and the other guys are just regular workers. But it doesn't really matter. They're all pretty close, you know, in what they look like, and I think you can easily swap their intended jobs back and forth. So just 5 minifigures, that's what you get. Let me go ahead and move this out the way. Now, what am I going to focus on next? How about the truck and the trailer? Move these guys off to the side, move you up a little bit, and look at just this semi-truck and trailer, which also comes with something else too. It comes with a tractor, a large bucket, sorry about that, large bucket backhoe tractor. And not the most impressive build here. The tractor, you know, it turns around and stuff, and it's got good articulation, so you get good play value out of it. I do like the use of tracks, but this is just not, to me, this is not a great looking piece. It's a little bit Duplo-ish to me in the way that it looks. It's not bad, but I don't know. It's pretty simple. It almost looks just a hair above a poly bag set to me, with its simplicity and kind of unfinished looks. Not a lot of detail there, but you know, it is what it is. I like the lights on the top and stuff, but you know, it's just another thing to play with, so I'm not going to focus on that too much. Here is the truck and trailer set. I love this truck. The truck is really good. Very happy with that. It's a, you know, standard 6 wide scale. They've got the height pretty good. The stickers unfortunately didn't match up with the color. I think you can see that there. The green background of the sticker is definitely lighter than the color of the brick. So that's one thing that's your risk when going with a lot of stickers. I like what they did with the back of this one. They kind of extended these little arrow panels out a little bit, and then you can see it's kind of inset. Very large horns to warn you, light bar up there, pretty good looking turn signals, pretty good looking tractor cab set. The trailer, not too bad, low boy set. You know, uses one of those bases that's used for trains as well as trailers. They did extend on one end, so it's actually a little bit longer on this side by 2 studs. You can see very, very extremely low. I mean, they got this right down to the ground. But the main thing they did to accomplish that, in addition to using a lot of offset up in there, unfortunately they use these tiny little tires in the back, and I appreciate the fact that they used more than just 2 axles, but I think those tires are just too small. Just kind of looks kind of funky, and they're sitting way down there. I think they could have used more. Now this actually does not rotate. It looks like it could rotate, but it's actually stopped from moving. Looks okay from the back, although loading really has to be done off to the sides. They do have these marker lights when it's loaded. These swing out. I like that little function. It gives you a little bit of extra play value there. And they do also have some tools on the front of this trailer. Let me go ahead and pull this straight up. There we go. Some extra tools there that you can use for helping to secure the tractor and such. So yeah, that's that. Pretty decent. Don't like this. The rest of it I like pretty much. Moving on, you got a couple of traffic barriers there. Just, you know, general use things. They've used these in a number of sets, just stickers and a few pieces. Then this assembly is an elevator. It is primarily a person elevator, or a passenger elevator, and you can actually grab this. So this is the place where they load on. You put your minifigure there. As a matter of fact, let's just go ahead and put that to scale so you can see exactly what's going on here. There we go. There he is, and then you can grab it from the back. So you don't have to grab it from here. You can just grab it from the back and just elevate your dude on up, and you can see it stays there. It's got a little bit of friction in it, so that's a good deal there. You can see it's got rubber tires around these very tall axle pieces that are just holding it all together. This thing looks pretty good for just a temporary work site elevator. You know, it looks appropriate, and they have this here so that the workers can be working on this building that's being put together. It has a shop on the bottom, and I'm assuming apartments up top. And the process, I'm going to leave the main crane piece for the end, but the process of building this starts with you having this thing in pieces. So you would maybe have this off, and then this is actually a modular building. So check that out. Take those apart, take those apart, take those apart, and close those windows up. Look at that. Guess it would help if I actually turn the camera down towards it. So modular pieces, like prefabricated building pieces. That's pretty cool. Not a lot of detail to these, just a little bit. You know, they did add in these flowers on the windowsills that you could probably add in at the end as a late detail, but you know, pretty cool. You can kind of mix and match. You can make this different heights. You can change which level has which assembly on it. It's completely modular, so that's a good idea. And they have nice clear windows so you can see what's inside, and you can use your other parts. If you have other parts from other sets left over or things you've taken apart, you can fill these in and actually turn them into something more substantial. The use of so much dark bluish gray, I think, is unfortunate. It looks so unfinished, and I just think that if they had used a more vibrant color, pretty much anything other than this color, I think it would have ended up looking better. But you know, a bunch of parts are used here. You can build this stuff differently, but what's great about these, and the whole reason that they have them all done in prefab style like this, is that you've got this huge crane. Now this thing, I'm going to start it with its street driving form here, and the idea is that this would actually pick these pieces up. So for now, I'm just going to focus on the crane. So this is the main reason that I bought this set. It looks just great. The only thing that detracts from its appearance to me is this big old handle on the back, but that's good for playability. Got some detail on the side, a good use of stickers, I think, in good places. I don't know if the set number is necessary there, but adds a little bit of legitimacy to the look. Also, I think this was an important piece to include as a sticker right there, adding that on. So when it's just driving around town, you can open this up and you can put a single driver figure in there. When it's just driving around town, it's like this. It's compact. Look at that. It's such a good looking set, or good looking vehicle. Awesome. Really like that. It even has a little compartment over here. You can put some extra goodies in there. But once it arrives at the job site, this is where things get really good with this set. So zoom out just a little bit more. You saw that the hook is originally kind of held across the bumper, a little piece right there. So you can take that off. then start to raise up the boom, and as it goes, it just kind of notches. Back here, these axle pieces just settle themselves down. So as I pull that up, it's just, that's great. Great for playability. You just pick it up. You don't have to adjust anything. Not the most realistic looking setup because they don't have actual hydraulic rams here, but it's really easy to use. You can just fold that back. Really easy to use, and it just does the job just right. Now, there's more to this, because once you get this thing up at an angle, this boom can extend. And it's a little bit, oops, I gotta let the hook down so you can see the action here. This works really well, the winch. But you have to give that some slack and then extend this boom. It extends out to twice this length. Now, these are fresh parts, still a little bit firm in there. It takes a little bit of effort to pull the boom out, and you do have to continue to move the hook down a little bit, but you can take it out to about there, and you can see just how long that is. I mean, look at that. That's I have to move it even farther away from the camera just to really show how long that is. And you can get it up even higher than that. You know, I've got to see, it's completely off camera. It's just too big to use in this area. But once you have a crane that's up this high, this becomes not very stable, especially if you put something on the end here, and especially if you turn the base. So the base turns. Right now it's not turning because they have this locking piece. Very simple, very easy. Just drops in there, keeps it from turning, keeps it arranged straight. But once you turn this, and then you figure you're lifting a large piece of a building, this is going to fall over. So that's not good. Not good for realism, not good for playability there. However, Lego already figured that out. You've got a compartment back here, and I put this piece in, which is used in conjunction with the hook for actually connecting to those prefab building pieces. We'll get back to that in a minute. But got some axles in here, hidden in a little compartment for access once you've arrived at your job site. Take these out, and then you've got these pieces over here, these partial assemblies. Assemble all those together. There's 4 of them. And by now you probably see where this is going. These axle holes on the sides, except these, you push it in, there it goes, it stops itself, you push it in here, and then you put them on the other side, and ta-da, that's what you get. You get these stabilizing beams, which help to keep the thing from tipping over and make it much more stable. And I want to point out that these actually work. They're not just for looks. They actually, as soon as you extend them, they're actually providing some force back against this action right here. And this is actually pretty stable. You can put a weight on the end of that. Sorry, it's a little bit tough for me to get this in frame because it's just such a large set. But let me go ahead and hook this up. There we go. And then you can see just how these would be able to pick up a little piece of the prefabricated building there. All right, and then I'm just going to use the winch, hopefully I'm doing this right, to pick that up. And there it goes. Just using the winch, nothing else. And I'm going to let go, and you can see it doesn't tip over even though it's at full extension. It's about as far out, 45 degrees, as far out horizontally as it can hold it, and that looks good. That is working well, and you can lift that up so you really get the realistic workplace experience of putting together a building. As you stack these things up on top of each other, you get this part, you get this part, assembling them piece by piece. You've got your elevator on the back. Your little guy is going up to help to align where each one is going to land. Lift this up even a little bit more. Just make sure that you've got it placed in roughly the right place. Start to lower that down. Your guy is going to be over there to help turn it around, and using the winch, just kind of lower it down into place and then set it there. get it just right, remove these, and then there you go. That's how it's going to work. And you know, it just works out really, really well. I think that the interaction play-wise between this crane and the prefab building pieces and the elevator is great. Here's another thing about the trailer set that makes it even better. So the trailer set will hold these pieces on, so you can see that's actually set. That's not going anywhere. That's actually designed to be held in place like that, so you've got room to hold on to that. The chimney right here should probably be taken off, but I think there was a way. I think this one actually has to be set this way. Yeah, you actually have to set that one vertically, but you can kind of push it on to give it some friction. It pushes onto little lugs at the ends here, so you can hold any of the parts of this set can be hauled in to your work site on the Lowboy trailer set. So they've got everything covered, and then at the very end you've got this, which this is almost just like a bonus, which is why it bothers me even less that it's not the greatest looking thing. It's just an additional thing that they threw in for a little bit more play value. I guess that when they're looking at price of the set and where they would price it, how many parts that they could allocate to making this set, they just decided that there was a little bit of room to do more than they were planning, and you ended up with this. There's nothing for it to actually dig. You know, that's the only negative thing, but all in all, this is a fun set. I'm really glad that I got it. I'm kind of sad that I have this constant desire to customize everything, because this would be a great set to just leave alone, especially the crane part. I'm gonna try to leave it alone for as long as I can, but I don't know if I'll be able to hold off. I might have to reuse those pieces. The building pieces, not great looking, but great for play for the kids that this is designed for. I think that's going to work out well. And the minifigures, they're just regular dudes, but they're appropriate, you know, just construction site workers. So that does it. That takes care of my look at this great looking set number 7633, the construction site released in 2009. I can only imagine how good this will look if they decide to do a re-release or an updated release of a construction site set with even better, newer building techniques. Just good stuff overall. So thanks very much for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.